uh, YouTube. Okay, so today we will learn some of the shortcuts starting from control 1 to 9, 1 to 0. Then we'll learn some text formulas and we'll learn some feature like tables. So I will share the file with you after this training. So this is my file. Two people are waiting in admit all. Okay, I'm admitting him. Okay, everyone is there. So there is some problem for all people that we are attending some meeting, and in then that meeting, I want to refer some data from PDF file. I want to refer some data from Outlook. I want to refer some data from Explorer or some mail. At that time, what we do? We want to switch between the windows. So what we use? We use Alt tab, Control tab, Alt tab, Control tab. Okay, but that is not advisable. What we can do? So my first shortcut is window and left arrow. So what is windows? So find out the key in your laptop. Any comment? Yes, yes. Okay. So first shortcut is window and left arrow. I will press window and left arrow at the same time. So what will happen? See, my Excel is moved to left side. Now all other windows are small miniature windows are there. So suppose I want to refer this thumbnail. So I will click on that. Now my screen is divided into two. Now I want to use third window. So I will click in the Excel file and I will press window and up arrow. So window and up arrow. Now I can see other windows are here. So I will click on another window, that is zoom window. So this is also open here. Now I will click in right side window and I will click window up arrow. So now I can see this fourth window also. So I can divide my screen into four different windows and simultaneously I can work in them without disturbing anyone. See, I can work here, I can work here, I can work here. Okay. And when I want to expand my original window, see, this is my Excel. I want to expand. So my shortcut is window and up arrow. So I will press window and up arrow. Now my Excel has been maximized. So this is very good shortcut to utilize your screen. You can split in four windows, you can split in three windows or two windows also. Okay. You can try at your laptop also. Then another shortcut. Another shortcut is when you want to hide the column. What you do generally? You right click and you go to hide column. So if you want to increase your speed, increase your performance, you need to use shortcuts. So it will it will improve your performance, it will reduce your time. So I will select this cell 0. When you will receive this practice file, you will also have to follow me. So select this 0 and press Ctrl and 0 both keys simultaneously, both keys at a time. दोनों को एक साथ क्लिक करना है. And which 0 you should use? If you have number tabs in your laptop below function keys. So below function keys means F1, F2, F3. So below that function keys, you have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you should use those numbers to get the shortcuts. So I have selected this 0 and I will press Ctrl 0. See, this column now is hidden. Now I will select right arrow, right arrow, right arrow. Now I have selected this cell with control. So what I will do? I will press Ctrl 0. See, this column is now hidden. See, these two columns we have hidden now. Now I have saved this file and next day I want to unhide them. So I can't do that undo and redo. So what I have to do? So I will press right arrow So right arrow will select the right cell. Now I want to select left cells. So I will press shift left arrow, left arrow, left arrow, left arrow, left arrow. So by shift and left arrow, we can select one cell at a time towards left. So I have selected these cells. Now I want to unhide those cells, those columns which we have hidden yesterday. So for that shortcut is very simple. Alt, I will press Alt and then leave it, then O, then C, and then U. See, now these two columns are now open to all. Okay. So what is the shortcut? Alt O C U. But how you can remember? You can remember it. O matlab office, C means column, and U means unhide. Office column unhide to unhide the columns. Okay. This is that simple. Now you will say, sir, we can hide the columns. How to hide rows? So now select this 6. Now I want to hide this row. So shortcut is Control plus 9, hide rows. So I will press Control 9. This column is, see this row is now hidden. Down arrow, down arrow, down arrow. I will select this 9, Control 9. So I have now hidden two rows. Now suppose I want to unhide them. How to unhide? Down arrow. So I have selected the cell below this hidden row. Then I will press Shift arrow, up arrow, up arrow, up arrow, up arrow. So now I know my hidden rows are in between these selected cells. So now what is the shortcut to unhide the rows? So to unhide the column, my shortcut was Alt OCU, Office Column Unhide. So what will be the shortcut to unhide the rows? Alt Office O. Now instead of column, we will select row. So R and U. Alt O R U. So you can unhide the rows. So this is that simple. I have written here Control Shift 9 or Alt O R U is the shortcut to unhide the rows. Okay. Now another shortcut is format cell. So select this one and shortcut is Control 1. So I will press Control 1 both keys simultaneously. So it will open these many tabs: number, alignment, font, border, fill and protection. So in number what you will get? Okay. In number if you press tab, it will be at general and it will show the sample. So when I press down arrow, it will show numbers. 1, decimal places 2, use 1000 separator. If you go ahead and press down arrow, now it has converted to currency. Down arrow accounting, down arrow date, down arrow time, down arrow percentage, down arrow fraction. So these many categories you can add. And if you are not happy with the existing category, you can customize and you can have separate category for that. Now I want to align it. So let us go to align. How to go from number tab to align tab? The shortcut is Control Tab. So press Control Tab simultaneously. Now you are in alignment. So there are some options are there, making it horizontal, vertical, center or left, right, adding indent, wrap text, ring text, or you can align the text. For example, here if I selected this 45, so now our text should be aligned in 45 degree. Okay. Now I want to go to font. Control Tab. Now I can select this different fonts, font size, bold, italic. We can change the size, we can change the color, we can underline, strike through, superscript, subscript. Then I want to add border. Control tab. So, so many borders are there. Then outlines are there. So control tab, fill. So we can add fill colors like this. We can add fill effect. We can add pattern colors. And control tab, we can add protection to the sheet. Yesterday you have seen that your file was protected. That 3-minute test file was protected. So how to protect that? We can have this protection. We can use this lock. We will learn it afterwards. So now I am cancelling this. Okay. So what we have to do for you exercise is change format to currency. So you have to select this number, control 1. Then now if you are in another tab, so you have to go to number tab, control tab. Now tab, so from tab it will go to category. Down arrow, down arrow, down arrow. So now you are in currency. Okay. So now here we can see a symbol rupees. You can add another symbol also for rupees, some dollar. You can change it. Okay. Okay. So this is your first exercise. Now align it. So I will put align it 45 degree. So now select this control 1, then control tab, align, and we can put here 45 degree. Enter. See, now your text has been aligned now in 45 degree. Now, let us see one example of adding borders. Select some of the cells, control 1, then control tab, control tab, control tab. Okay. Now, I want to add some borders. So what I will select? I will select some color, different color, so that you will understand the difference. And I will select outline. See, now it has changed the outline. Now I will select change the color to see the difference, and I will change the style of this line. Now I will select inside. Okay, so inside lines have changed. Now I will change one more color to red, and now I will add this diagonal. See, all diagonal are there, and say okay. See, this border style has been used to change the border. Okay, now I will go again here and I will change this alignment to 0. Okay, so this is your exercise in this sheet.
पोरांना म्हणलं जॉईन करा.
So that is what that was format cell, control 1. Next, control 5. Control 5 shortcut is for strike through. So how do you strike through? Now suppose select this cell. I want to strike it through. The shortcut is control 5. See, it is striking now. Then if you want to remove the strike through, once again control 5. Now suppose I have started my project delay. So 1 August I started, but once again some activities are not completed. So once again I started at 3rd August. Then once again I started at 5th August. So I want to strike these 2 dates. So what we can do? You can go here and select these dates, and now say control 5. Now these dates are strike through and this date is visible. So this is for strike through shortcut.
खोडायचं.
Okay. Now
चांगलं झालं.
uh, mute करो कोई है तो. Then I have some images here, and I don't want these images in my sheet. I want to hide them. So my shortcut is Control 6, hide and unhide objects. So press Control 6, and you will see all objects are now hidden. Then if you want to regain those images or objects, once again press Control 6. Now they are there. But what do you mean by objects? So to know that, go to Insert, and you can see the forms. All kind of forms are objects. All kind of illustrations, pictures, shapes, icons, 3D models, smart art, screenshot are objects. All kind of checkbox are objects. All kind of charts are also object. All kind of sparklines, they are also objects. All kind of slicers, timelines, they are also object. So anything or all of them are there in your sheet, they will be hidden using Control 6. So be careful. Don't use this shortcut unless you know how to regain all these objects. Otherwise, your charts will disappear and you will not know what happened. You are not able to create those shortcuts, those objects. Okay, these are the shortcuts we learned today. Now we will learn one more shortcut, that create table. Okay, so we will learn this afterwards. So let us go to formula now. So we will learn simple formulas like text formulas. For example, I have some text here. I want to find out the number of characters. So what is the length of characters? So for the shortcut is equal len tab, then tab. Now I want to select this employee name. I have selected this employee name and press enter. So there are 17 characters. When it counts the characters, it considers the space also is as a one character. So Mukta and Namdev, there in between that one space is there. There is one space between Namdev and Kale, so that is also is counted. So there are 17 characters. Now I want to copy this formula below. So shortcut is select that below cell and press Ctrl D. Now you got that formula. So Sachin Eknath Gore has got 18 characters there. Now I want to convert all these text into capital. What I will use formula? Use is equal to uppercase. So when you use upper tab, now this syntax asks what is your text you want to change the case. So left arrow, I have selected this employee name, press enter. Now it has converted into uppercase. Now I want to repeat this formula below. Shortcut is Control D to fill it down. So we have filled down. Now I want to convert this into small case. Equal lower. See, you got the lower. You don't need to write entire formula. You just type letters to see the formula below. If you see this formula, just tab it. Now select the text, left arrow, left arrow, left arrow. So we have selected A2, enter. So now all characters are converted into small. Control D. Now I want to make it proper. What is proper? Proper means first letter of each word will be capital. So is equal to proper, tab, left arrow and enter, Control D. So entire name has been changed to proper case. Now suppose I want to take only 10 characters from left. So my short formula is equal LE LEFT tab. So it is now asking for text. Which text you want? So I will select this text. Whatever proper text is there. Then comma. Now it is asking number of characters. How many characters? We want 10 characters. Enter. So it has taken 10 characters from this Mukta Namdev Kale from proper. Control D. Repeat the same formula. Suppose I want to write 10 characters. So equal RI tab left arrow comma 10 enter Control D. So I have got 10 characters from right. So these are the formulas we use in text. Okay, I hope you have understood this. Now third thing, we'll learn table. So I will go to this table practice sheet. You will receive this file in YouTube. When I upload the video, you can go to description and you can download this file and you can practice it. So now this data is not a table. Those people who don't know table, they will say, this is also table. What is the difference? But in Microsoft terms, this is not a table. So I need to convert this into table. So you can select any cell in this table, in this data and press shortcut Control T. Control T. So now it asks, my table has headers. So good idea is you should have proper headers. Now my headers are essential oil, category, price, in stock and on order. So these are my headers. I will say OK. Now this is converted into table. How do I know? I have got one more tab, table design. Earlier it was not there. If I click somewhere outside the table, see, I don't see table. But when I click in the table, I get this table design. And one more sign here in table names, I have got the name table 1. So select that table 1 and you can give some name. It's like step up and enter. So now this table is known as step up. But ensure that whenever you are giving name, you should not give some space, blank space there. It is not allowed when you are giving some name. So you have to give some name with continuous words. Okay. So what are the benefits of table? Why we should use table and why should not? So first benefit is we are getting these alternate rows with banded colors. Okay. Banded colors. But if you don't like these banded colors, so you can go to table design and you can select these different colors. So whatever theme you like, you can select different themes and you can select as per your choice. Okay. For example, I like this or you like this. You can select anything. First benefit. Second benefit, you got these filters automatically without any extra efforts. Okay. If you don't want that, you can go to table design. You can remove this filter button. Okay. Third benefit. Now, if I have this data and from this data, if I have created some pivot table or some chart, and what happens if I add some column here, it is not connected to that chart. It is not connected to that pivot table. So you need to edit that pivot table or chart and add its source data. But in table, it understands automatically. Okay. So let us see the example. Now, for example, I want to find out these are my essential oils and I want to find out how much money is locked in my stores. So how we can calculate? So I have now this in stock quantity and I have price. So if I multiply this price into in stock, I can get here the amount which is blocked in my store. So for that, I need to add one column here. Now you see, is this column in available in table? No, because I'm not seeing this table tab. So if I click in this table, I am getting this table design. Now I am in F1. So I will type here cost, enter. See what happened. Now this is table is extended to next column. Now one more column is added there as cost and this is also in this table design which name is step up. Benefit number 3. Now I want to add the formula. So what is my formula? Equal, let me zoom it, equal left arrow. So I have selected this 28 into shift 8. So I have added star as a into left arrow. I have selected 10. Okay, so 28 into 10. And if I enter, what happens? See the magic. See, I have added formula only in one cell, but this formula is applied in all cells available in this column. I don't need to drag it down because this is the functionality of table. Benefit number 4. Then benefit number 5. Suppose I have joined this company today and my last company, the person who has worked last in this company in my position, he has created one beautiful sheet and he has written the formula like A2 into D2 into F2 into C2 divided by M2 divided by J2 divided by AA2 to the power AM2 plus AB2 minus AN2. So how much time it will take to understand that formula? You need to go to each column and to see that what is AA2, what is AB2, what is AA3, but what it will show. Just check it here. If I click this formula, F2, see what is the formula? Formula is price into in stock. So whatever columns are there, it is mentioned there. So I don't need to go to each column and see what is the multiplication, what is the column name. Okay. So this is the beauty of this table. Now I want to go down. So shortcut is control down arrow. Okay. Now I will go down here. So now I want to see the header. What are the headers are available here? I don't see. So what you do normally, you use pre-space there. But in table, you don't need those pre-space. You just go into the table, up arrow, and see these column names. Earlier it was ABCD, but these column headers are changed and becomes this my header: essential oil, category, price, in stock, on order, and cost. Okay, see how beautiful it is. When I'm out of the table, I will see ABCD. When I am inside the table, I can see this headers. Okay. Now I want to filter filter the data. But my boss will not understand what are the filters are applied because he has to go inside each column and see what are the formulas, what are the filters are applied. What I will do. So select this table, go to table design, and here you will see insert slicer. Okay. I will click on this insert slicer. I will select this essential oil. I will select this category and say OK. So now I have two slicers here. Okay. You can change the color if you want. So we have got one more tab slicer and we can select some different colors for them. See, we have selected this. Now, if you want to filter with calming, you just click on calming and see your data is filtered for calming. You want to add filter of antibacterial also. So use control plus and then antibacterial. Select hold control and click on antibacterial. Now see antibacterial is also added. Control stimulant. See stimulant is also added there. Control antiparasitic. Antiparasitic is also there. So I don't need to go inside each column and see what are the filters are applied. Okay. Now see here these many essential oils are selected because of this filter. I want only ginger. So I will select ginger. Control cinnamon. Control clove. So now you can see these are the filters are applied in this. If you want to remove this, you can see this funnel shape. You click here, you click here. Now there is no filter. If you want to select multiple things continuously, for example, select this cinnamon, then press shift and select ginger. So you can get all these essential oil selected between this. So I have selected only cinnamon and press shift and press ginger. So I got this cinnamon to ginger. Everything is selected. Okay. When I want to cancel, we can just go here and click on this. Okay. Then I want to add one more row here. Control down arrow, control left arrow and down arrow. So now our table is up to 57 rows. I want to add something. For example, essential oil, I got frankincense, Roman sandalwood, yin yang. So I will add one more thing, ching chang and enter. See what happened? Now it is showing this row also in this table. Okay. In table design, if you want to add total row, we can add total row also. See? So you got this total here. Okay. So these are the benefits of this table. So I will share this file with you for practice. Plus, I will share this cheat sheet. In this cheat sheet, you will have these shortcuts. What are the shortcut productivity hacks are there we learned today? Then what are the text formulas we learned here? And what are the table benefits? What are the table advantages are there? What are limitations are there? What are the do's and don'ts for the table? Okay. So these are the things we learned today. So I request you to visit the YouTube channel, see this video, like it, and add comments in comment section. So it will help me to grow my YouTube channel. If you have any question, let me know. Please put your questions in chat box. We have 4 minutes remaining to complete this session. I will stop recording. Okay, any question? Please put in the chat box. Did you understand the concept? How many tried yesterday's 3 minute test? They were late, but have you tried that 3 minute test? And what is your score? In 3 minutes, how many percentage you got? From table, if you want to do pivot chart in simple clicks. Okay. So if I go here and okay, I will go close this. Okay. So we have this data. Then insert pivot table, and from table range we can create the table. Pivot chart, pivot table. So we can select essential oil, in stock, or cost. We can get that pivot table. But we will see pivot table separately in future sessions. Any other doubt? From table you want. Okay, yes, sir. Yes. Okay, how many marks you have got in yesterday's test if you have practiced? 6 marks. Very nice. So you have to spend time, then only it will benefit. If you will not practice regularly, then it will go waste. Okay, how many participants joined today? So today, I guess, okay, so today 13 participants have joined. Okay. Adya Ashish, Abhijit, Amol, Mangesh, Prathamesh, Praveen, Rahul, Rida, Samsung with Samsung, Sharvari, Subha ma'am, and Viraj. Okay, okay, thank you very much. We'll meet tomorrow. If you have any suggestions, you can put in WhatsApp group, or you can comment in YouTube channel. Step up name will show on header. Which header? In pivot table? Which header? Amol? Step up name. Okay. In table, when you go to table and go to table design, then it will show here as a table name. But it will not appear here. Or when you go to that sheet, and if you want to check something, pivot table. So, and we'll go to change source data, everything. So that time it will show table range as a step up. As header, it will not show. Beside sigma. Okay. Step up. Okay. I will discuss this tomorrow on the step up. I will discuss this step up tomorrow.